Hi folks, just a quick review of my Boardman hybrid bike. This is the HYB 8.8. The next one up in the range with the rigid forks is the 8.9, and that's currently for sale at Halfords for £1,100. This 8.8 was £850, and the only difference, really the only major differences are there's a couple of extra cogs on the back of the 8.9. It's a 12 speed, whereas this is a 10 speed, and I think the hydraulic brakes are just slightly more at market, but I chose this one basically because I didn't think I'd need the 2 extra cogs, and that's proved to be right. It's been great so far. The brakes have been brilliant. I've had these Shimano brakes on other bikes I've had, and they've always been great, so that's fine. The frame is alloy, and the rigid forks are carbon fibre. They do tend to sort of take out a lot of the bumps in the road, to be fair. The main difference on this bike to other Boardmans I've had, and in fact other bikes I've had, is the stem and handlebars are one piece. I'll just take the computer off. As you can see there, it's all one piece. The stem length on this one, which by the way is a medium frame, is 100 millimeters stem length on that one. I think it's the same on the large size, and then I think on the small size it goes down to 90 millimeters if I remember rightly. You could change take the stem and handlebar off and put your own stem, and bars on, but you would, by the looks of it, you'd have to put new spacers on as well, because these spacers are made the same shape as the stem, so you'd have to replace the stem, the handlebars and the spacers, which I suppose wouldn't be too much of a problem. It's a 10 speed, it's a 1x front, which is what I really wanted. I do a lot of commuting on this as well as leisure rides, but I'm always in and out of traffic, and I find not having the front derailleur to concentrate on is brilliant. You can just concentrate on the ride without having to think about cross chaining or what gear you're in, or whether you should be in the small or the big cog at the front. So as I say, I'm a massive fan of 1x drivetrains. It's Shimano Dior, and as you would expect, it's good quality. The chain, as with most bikes nowadays, is a KMC 10 speed. I'm probably gonna buy the same when this one wears out. When I was a bit younger, I always thought that, felt obliged to buy Shimano chains with Shimano drivetrains, but as I say, I find the KMC ones are great, to be fair, and they're a little bit cheaper. The pedals on this one are just ones I had off another bike. They're race face pedals, the ride model. They're like a composite pedal, nice and light, plenty good enough for what I need. As I mentioned before, the brakes, Shimano hydraulic brakes, and they've been great so far. Do the job brilliantly. Quick release skewers on the wheels, as you would expect. The bottom bracket is a external one, it's a screw-in one, which is another reason why I went for this bike. All the Boardmans that I've had before have always had the push fit bottom brackets, and unless you've got the proper bearing press to fit the cups in, and the expertise to do it, it can be quite fiddly. So with these, they literally, as long as you've got the right tool, they just screw out, and then the replacement just screws back in. So as long as you've got the right tool for that, and a torque wrench to torque it to the correctly, then it's a job you can easily do yourself. The rims are tubeless ready. I've not gone down that road myself, but they are tubeless ready if that's the sort of thing you're looking for. And the tyres are HYB Citizen. They're obviously 700, I think, by 35 the width. And as I say, they're, you know, they're really good. They've got like a, I don't know if you can see it here, but they've got like a reflective strip around them as well. They've got the puncture protection inside as well. I haven't been out on it in the wet yet, so I can't tell you what they're like in the wet, but you know, they're you know, they look quite solid and tough. So the bottle cages are Boardman ones carbon, but that's just ones I had from a previous bike. The seat is the seat that came with it. I find it great. It's comfortable for what I need once you get used to it. One of the questions I'm probably asked the most and that I see the most on forums is, you know, what's the comfiest seat to buy? Well, there isn't really an answer to that, because everyone's body is shaped differently, and everyone's, to put it bluntly, everyone's rear end is shaped differently. So what might be really comfortable for me might be agony for somebody else. So I'm afraid it's just a case of trial and error and see how it goes. But as I say, this is it's got quite a good bit of padding to it, but it also looks really nice as well. So I've just left it on, to be honest. And the same with the grips. One of the first things I normally do with a new bike like this is, well, firstly, obviously I take all the reflectors off, but I normally change the grip straight away. But these ones are quite good, actually, they're quite comfy. So I shall leave these on until they wear out. So yeah, I think that just about covers most things. Oh, there is one other thing actually, and this is more of a question to you guys, if possible. The rub that you get on forks from the cable. Now, I've put these little clear stickers on that Halfords always supply with their bikes, but as you can see, they're getting a bit tatty now, and I'm looking for a solution, really, more than anything. So if anybody knows of a product that you can buy, or a hack, you know, to protect that part of the fork, if you could leave it in the comment section, I'll be really grateful. What I had thought about doing is cutting a couple of pieces of inner tube and sliding those up, but then I've got this internal cable here, so which stops me doing it. But if that hadn't have been there, I thought I could have perhaps took the wheel off and just slid a couple of pieces of inner tube to protect it. But as I say, if anybody knows of anything, any product available to put on there, or as I say, some sort of hack to try and stop the forks getting marked, I'd really appreciate it if possible. I can't really think of anything else. If there's anything I've missed that you need to know, just leave a comment below, and I'll try and answer it best I can. Okay, cheers, bye.